What's up, good people? Much love from this side. Respect to yourself for clicking this video. You are loved, respected, and good vibes to you from wherever you are. That's our message in this channel, this family, and today's videos. Oh my god. Watch till the end. Good vibes only straight out of Africa. Let's dive in. Tell us where you're watching from. Much love. Good vibes is the thing,
Today
man.
we are going to make the ultimate natural painkiller for all types of pain. Do you have arthritis? Do you have period pains? Do you have migraines? Do you have back problems? Do you have cancer with pain? Any pain you can think of, this formula I'm about to make will help you reduce or eliminate your pain. And guess what? It's all natural with no side effects. Now first, we're going to start by getting our Ninja up and running. And to the Ninja, we're going to add these 5 ingredients. We're going to blend them and make for you what is a super painkiller. Now, let me start by adding my favorite, which is pineapples. And we're adding about 4 slices of pineapple all cut into bits. Now, pineapple is being added for one main ingredient. This contains an enzyme called bromelain. Bromelain is a super enzyme which cuts through the pain of arthritis and dysmenorrhea. It's a powerful natural anti-inflammatory which reduces the sensitivity of your pain receptors and reduces inflammation in every part of your body. And it tastes great too, so it adds flavor to our mixture. The next ingredient on the list is turmeric. Turmeric contains a yellow pigment called curcumin that gives it that color that you love in your curry. Now, curcumin has many health benefits. It improves digestion, improves liver function, it boosts your immune system, and of course it reduces pain. So we're going to be adding a 1/4 pound of raw turmeric to our blender. Now, next up is our ginger, and you know ginger. Ginger contains gingerol. This is a very powerful anti-inflammatory that has been tested and shown, like curcumin, to be useful for pain. Both of them are what we call non-selective COX-2 inhibitors, and so they reduce pain just like aspirin and ibuprofen and cataflam does without the major side effects. We're adding our ginger here, and this is also useful for your digestion. It's useful for your joint health, for your skin. It prevents cancer. So ginger is a very powerful anti-inflammatory. We're going to next add cayenne pepper. Now, cayenne pepper boosts blood flow. It improves circulation, and so the mixture here will get to every end of your body in a rapid time. It also will help if you have poor blood flow, such as peripheral arterial disease, and is having pain as a result of that. Now finally, we're adding this mixture, and you're wondering what this is. This is black pepper infused in hot water, so black pepper tea. So I've added to 12 ounces of hot water 2 teaspoons of black pepper. Now, black pepper contains an important nutrient called piperine. Now, piperine is very useful to increase the absorption of nutrients from your digestive system. For this formula specifically, it increases the absorption of curcumin in turmeric by 200%. Black pepper by itself adds flavor to anything you cook with. It's good for your digestion, improves your skin and your immune system. So we're adding our black pepper mixture to this to be the base liquid. Now you see we have a wonderful mixture here. We're going to blend this up. You're going to see the beautiful color of the turmeric coming right through. Now we're going to blend. Now, after blending and straining, this is our finished product. You have 12 to 14 ounces of rich, strong, natural painkiller. You're going to store this in a airtight container in your refrigerator, or maybe in a bottle if you choose. And you're going to have this 2 to 3 times a day. The amount that you have for adults is going to be about 6 teaspoons twice a day. So this contains 3 teaspoons, so 2 of this twice a day. For kids, it's going to be a little strong, so you may want to add a little honey for kids over 1 to improve the taste. But this, I can guarantee you, is very good. Let me taste it. Yes, the ginger is strong and I can taste the turmeric. I can taste the cayenne. This, your ultimate painkiller. For more content like this, like and follow this page and share with all your friends so they too can enjoy these beautiful formulas.
Oh, that's pretty interesting, man. I hate can even cure heartbreaks.
This ought to scare the hell out of everybody. I've been trying to fucking tell you. Listen to this.
We're here today because HHS Secretary Becerra has failed to follow the Constitution and the law. There's been a complete breakdown of accountability at the agency that has lost the trust of the American people, especially during COVID-19. 14 NIH officials, including Dr. Fauci, held unlawful positions and exercised authority that they didn't have, which included approving $26 billion in grants. This is unprecedented, and it calls into question the validity of every decision that these officials have made since December 2021 to June 2023, including Dr. Fauci's awarding a new grant to EcoHealth Alliance, which is But what is even more egregious has been Health and Human Services cover-up. For more than a year, the administration has misled our committee throughout this investigation, and our question has been a pretty simple one. Can you show us the documents that Secretary Becerra followed the Constitution and the law in reappointing these 14 senior officials who exercised immense power and authority? The question, can you show us the documents? And we're still waiting. There needs to be accountability. No one is above the law. Americans need to know that their tax dollars are being spent responsibly, effectively, and lawfully. And that the people making these decisions are lawfully authorized to make them. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to the chairman of the Oversight and Investigations Subcommittee.
Are y'all listening?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I adopt all the things that Chairwoman Rogers just said. But let me say this. This is very frustrating. It is typical of the Biden administration not to follow the rules, not to pay attention to the law. This law was put in as a good governance section. The reappointment of these agency heads was put in as a good government section of 21st Century Cures. And the idea was, let's take a look at various bureaucrats and make sure that they're being reappointed and not reappointed as a matter of course and not reappointed by somebody below the secretary, but reappointed by the secretary. And he didn't do it. And we didn't see any evidence of it, so we wrote a letter 16 months ago and said, hey, what's going on? These people don't appear to have been reappointed. And they've basically played a shell game since then until a couple of weeks ago saying, oh, yeah, it's all right, everything's okay, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, it's all fine. And then suddenly, eventually they must have gotten around to realizing they were in violation of the law, and so they tried to do it retroactively. But everything, as the chairwoman said, from the end of December of 2021 until about 2 weeks ago is now called into question. Every programmatic decision, every policy decision,
Everything.
and every grant award has question marks around it now, and I suspect the American taxpayers are going to pay millions of dollars defending lawsuits from various groups and various organizations that think they were either done wrong or they didn't like the policies that came out during that time period, because now it's clear that the administration and Secretary Becerra did not follow the clear meaning, the clear wording of the law. And unfortunately, this administration continues to do that. It needs to stop. And that's part of why we have Oversight and Investigation Subcommittee, so we can find out what's going wrong and try to get it fixed and try to make sure this doesn't happen again. And that's why getting the word out so that the administration knows this is not the way to run the shop. And we got to get it right. And I will now introduce my colleague who's been working on this with me. Brett Guthrie is chair of the Health Subcommittee. Thank you so much for all your work.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for your work and the chair's work and the committee's work. But for more than a year, Dr. Fauci, a highly paid public employee at the time, served unlawfully and without proper appointment. It was during this period he awarded a new grant to EcoHealth Alliance and serves as the chief medical advisor to President Biden's COVID-19 response team. In this role as top COVID advisor, he used his position to recommend mandates. It is unfair to the American people that while he held this position unlawfully, he used his platform to be the voice of science and shame those with alternative point of views, in addition to push for questionable public health guidance policies. This is a complete breakdown of accountability at an agency that has lost the American people's trust, especially during the
100%.
COVID-19 pandemic. This also calls into question every decision each one of these 14 individuals made during
Everyone.
the time. Greater accountability is needed. Thank you.
And just before we move to the Q&A, I wanted to address HHS's latest statement on their failure to follow the law, because they've changed their story many times, and their latest defense is also not true. So they are referencing an entirely different process, what is called Title 42 Special Consultants. And this is different than what we are talking about as far as the requirement for the reappointment or the appointment of IC directors. IC directors require the Secretary's approval, and HHS should know the difference, and they can't hide behind this claim. But it's after a year-long investigation that we've not seen the evidence that the administration we've not seen evidence that other administrations, so they're claiming right now that other administrations have failed to follow this reappointment process. We do not see that evidence. They are conflating. There's two issues. There's there's the Title 42 special consultants, and then there is the process of appointing or reappointing the IC directors. And we wouldn't be here today if the administration had come clean in March of 2022, recognizing that they needed to get right with the laws.
Oh man, this is for entertainment purposes only, but you can share your thoughts on what you think about this entertainment.
When your body's flooded with negative energy and you're just swamped and can't get out of it. And believe me, I understand that's not easy because it just happened to me. So the first thing to recognize is that you can move it out, but it is adrenaline that you've got to negotiate. So that's the fight, flight, freeze energy. So the first thing to do is actually move. Go for a walk around the block. Take your keys. Go around and just walk and move the physical body. The second thing you can do is take a shower. That moves the energy out of your aura. And if you can't take a shower, wash your face and hands. The third thing to do, and it works every time, is let out the sound. Ah! You may have to do that in the shower or into a pillow, because otherwise people think you're crazy town. But it does work. And last, make yourself laugh. And then give yourself at least 2 hours before you respond or talk about it with anybody. It'll dissipate and you'll be free.
Here's a study that caught my eye. It's a study that finds that babies see swapping of saliva as a sign of love. How exactly did they figure that out? Well, they had 8-month-olds watch a woman roll a ball back and forth with a puppet. And then they had the 8-month-olds watch a video of a mom eating a slice of orange and then having the puppet nibble at the same slice of orange. Next, they put a crying baby in between these two women, and strangely, the babies turned their heads and looked at the mother who'd been eating the orange. These babies knew that just by seeing that puppet share the orange with the mother, that this is the mother that would do something for this crying child. What this means is that the development of kissing between people as a sign of love is probably something that stems from your experiences as a baby.
Okay. Now that sounds interesting. What? Oh my God! Oh, this is not Jesus. Who is this? Somebody is walking on water here. What? Oh my God. Who is this guy? Oh no, this is crazy. My face is like the one descending for it. How? Oh my God. Oh, there is road down in this water. Is somewhere that is flooding, and it looks like some guys walking on water. Oh, maybe it's a flooding place. Oh, this is either so sad. But at first I was scared. I thought Man,
What you
there's a
think
miracle.
produces energy in the universe that, if you think it often enough and long enough, will actually produce a physical result in your life. Our second level of creation is our words. As you speak, so will it be done. And so your word is really a form of energy. You're actually producing energy in the room with what you say. And that energy is creative. You say something often enough, loudly enough, and I promise you it will come to pass. If two or more start saying the same thing, I assure you it will come to pass. And when a whole group of people starts saying the same thing, it cannot help but come to pass. This is called group consciousness, and it's, by the way, why the world is the way it is. Because our collective consciousness has not allowed itself to be raised to the level of the individual consciousnesses of many of us.
This has to be one of the most bizarre
This is the
but
guy.
brilliant mindset
Lots
tricks
of people
I have
have tagged
ever
me
experienced.
in him.
If you'd like to give it a go, then do this with me right now and let me know in the comments what happened to you. Are you ready? So if you can safely close your eyes, please do so. Take a nice gentle deep breath down to the belly. Breathing slowly out through the mouth. Letting all the tension go around your face, around your body, around your jaw. And then direct your attention to your thoughts, to your mind. And then ask yourself mentally this one question. I wonder what my next thought will be. And then watch your mind for what happens. And I'm not going to give the game away, but let me know what happened to you in the comments.
Oh, nothing happened. But anyway, let's talk about that previous video that just passed. The one that guy was saying that if you say something too much, it might come to happen. If one person says it, it can happen. But if more people says it, it can be good. Oh, that's very good and intelligent. You see, now you can use that trick here by saying love in all languages that you know. You see, even if you can speak Chinese, Japanese, English, all that, just say love from wherever you are. And let's celebrate love all over. Peace and forgiveness. You see, love, mercy, and forgiveness. That way we can have peace and lots of love. And I'm beginning by saying, I love you very much. I really, really love you. You see, love another person also.